My beloved child, there is a moment arriving in your life that does not look loud from the outside, yet in the unseen, everything is moving with unusual precision. Before you think this is just another ordinary day, listen carefully, because something important is unfolding behind silence. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Someone has been carrying thoughts they have not spoken openly. They have reached a place in their heart where the word forever no longer feels distant to them. While others around them speak casually about tomorrow, this person has been thinking deeply about covenant, commitment, and the kind of future that cannot be built carelessly. But before anything moves forward, before any promise is spoken, before any door opens, there is something heaven wants you to hear first. You may have wondered why certain conversations suddenly slowed down, why certain emotions became difficult to read, why some signs appeared strong one day and silent the next. What you could not see was that hidden questions were being answered where no human eyes could reach. There are decisions people make publicly, and there are decisions they wrestle with privately when no one is watching. Right now, that private wrestling is reaching its end. Don't skip, because what happens next explains why your spirit has felt unusual lately. There are moments when your heart senses movement before your eyes can confirm it. That feeling you could not explain, that sudden thought that something important is near, did not arrive without reason. Sometimes I allow your spirit to notice what your natural eyes cannot yet understand. Someone is standing at an emotional crossroads. They are no longer thinking in temporary ways. What once felt uncertain to them has begun to feel serious. They have looked at many things they once believed mattered, and suddenly those things have become smaller than they expected. The future has started speaking louder than distraction. Yet hear this carefully, not every open door should be entered immediately, and not every strong feeling should be trusted without wisdom. That is why this message reaches you now. Because before hearts join, clarity must come first. Before promises rise, understanding must settle deeply inside you. There are things you have prayed quietly, words you did not repeat publicly, questions you asked when nobody else knew what you were carrying. Those words were not forgotten. Even when days looked unchanged, movement continued beyond what you could measure. Something surprising has happened in secret. Someone who once feared commitment has begun imagining stability. Someone who once delayed serious decisions has started reconsidering what truly matters. They have been watching, reflecting, comparing what is temporary with what lasts. And unexpectedly, your presence keeps returning to their thoughts. Stay till the end, because this is where many people misunderstand the timing. When hearts begin moving seriously, silence often increases before clarity appears. It can feel confusing because what is forming deeply does not always announce itself immediately. Important things often mature quietly before they become visible. There are words this person has not yet spoken because they are measuring their own readiness. They do not want to step forward carrying uncertainty. They are trying to understand whether what they feel is only emotion, or whether it carries true weight. That inner question has become stronger than before. And while they think, another conversation is happening beyond them. Your own heart is being prepared not just to receive attention, but to recognize what is right and what only appears impressive. Not everything that shines carries peace. Not everything urgent deserves agreement. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. A shift is near, but it will not come in the dramatic way many expect. It may begin with one unexpected message, one unusual sentence, one conversation that sounds ordinary at first but carries unusual depth underneath it. What looks small may hold greater meaning than anyone realizes in that moment. You must understand this. Sometimes before major change arrives, life becomes strangely quiet so that you can hear clearly when the right voice speaks. That quiet is not emptiness. It is preparation. Someone has reached the point where they no longer want half-hearted connection. They are tired of uncertainty, tired of temporary words, tired of pretending not to care about what their heart has already accepted. But before they move, truth must stand first. There are details still hidden from you because timing protects understanding. If everything were revealed at once, you might rush where patience is needed. But now the pieces are aligning one by one. This next season will require discernment more than emotion. Listen beyond appearances. Watch beyond excitement. What is real carries peace even when it arrives unexpectedly. And hear this closely. The conversation that is coming will not only reveal someone's intention, it will also reveal what has been changing inside you. Because sometimes you do not realize how much you have grown until life places a serious moment directly in front of you. Stay till the end, because what begins quietly may soon explain why certain delays happened, why some connections paused, and why some answers were not immediate. There is a reason you were not allowed to settle for less. There is a reason some things did not move when you wanted them to. There is a reason certain doors remained closed while your heart asked questions. Delay was not absence. Silence was not rejection. Some answers required maturity before arrival. Right now, unseen preparation is stronger than visible signs. And the most surprising part is this: while you were wondering whether anything meaningful was changing, someone was already reconsidering everything with unusual seriousness. Do not let impatience speak louder than wisdom. The next step will matter because not every voice that sounds sincere carries lasting direction. But what is meant for peace does not need confusion to survive. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this is only the beginning, and what has not yet been spoken may soon arrive in a way you did not expect at all. But listen closely, because what has been hidden is now approaching the moment where it can no longer remain hidden. A thought has been growing in someone's heart, and they have tried more than once to ignore it, delay it, or convince themselves that the timing should wait. Yet every attempt to move away from it has only brought them back to the same conclusion: something serious has already begun inside them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason certain names, certain memories, and certain moments keep returning unexpectedly. What seems small to others has become heavy in meaning for someone who can no longer dismiss what they feel. They may appear calm on the outside, but inwardly they have been measuring the future in a completely different way than before. A surprising realization came to them recently, one they did not expect to face so soon. They understood that peace cannot be built on hesitation forever. They understood that some decisions eventually demand honesty. And in that quiet realization, your place in their thoughts became impossible to deny. This is why the atmosphere around you has felt unusual. Sometimes before major answers appear, the heart senses movement before words are spoken. You may have noticed moments when your spirit suddenly became alert without explanation, as though something important was drawing near. That is because unseen decisions often create visible feelings before visible events arrive. Stay till the end, because what happens next explains why silence has not meant absence. Someone has been looking at their own life differently. They have questioned old patterns, old fears, and old reasons for delay. What once felt safe now feels incomplete. What once seemed acceptable now feels too small for the future they are beginning to imagine. And yet, before any promise is spoken, there is one truth you must carry: not every strong emotion arrives with lasting clarity. That is why this moment is important. The heart must not run ahead of wisdom. Don't skip, because this next part matters deeply. There are conversations happening around them that you do not hear, questions from family, thoughts from close friends, quiet moments where they are being asked what they truly want. And each time that question rises, your presence returns to their mind with unusual strength. This is not ordinary reflection. This is the kind of inner shift that changes direction slowly but permanently. Some people reach this point after long struggle, when they realize that temporary distractions no longer satisfy what the heart truly seeks. What is surprising is that while you were trying not to expect too much, something greater was developing quietly beyond your sight. Timing often feels slow when important things are being arranged carefully. There may soon be one sentence, one unexpected word, one moment of honesty that changes how you understand recent silence. It may not begin dramatically, but it will carry unusual weight. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next phase is not only about someone being ready, it is also about whether you recognize the difference between emotional excitement and genuine peace. Not every open door deserves immediate trust, but what carries peace does not need pressure to prove itself. Someone has reached the point where pretending no longer feels possible. They know something must eventually be spoken. They know unfinished feelings cannot remain hidden forever. And this is where many miss the deeper truth: when heaven delays visible answers, it is often because hearts are being aligned before words arrive. What you thought was delay may actually have been preparation. What you thought was uncertainty may have been inner transformation happening step by step. And what looked ordinary may soon reveal meaning that changes everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because a moment is approaching when what has stayed unspoken may suddenly become impossible to hold back, and when it happens, you will understand why certain chapters had to remain quiet until now. And now the deeper part begins, because there is something even more unexpected happening beneath everything you have already sensed. A person who once believed they had more time has suddenly begun feeling that waiting no longer gives them peace. What changed was not outside them first, it happened inside, quietly, where no one else could see the shift. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments when life becomes silent not because nothing is happening, but because important thoughts are becoming clear in secret. This is one of those moments. While daily life looked ordinary, someone has been revisiting conversations, remembering details, and understanding certain moments differently than before. What they once overlooked now feels significant. A surprising truth has reached their heart. Some connections cannot be ignored forever when they continue returning with peace, depth, and unusual clarity. They may have tried to distract themselves, focus elsewhere, or convince themselves that serious decisions should wait, but every quiet reflection has brought them back to the same question: why does your presence remain so strong in their thoughts? This question has not left them easily. And while they search for certainty, another preparation is happening around you. Certain distractions are being removed from your attention because what is approaching requires discernment. Not every emotional moment deserves a permanent place in your future, but what carries true peace remains steady even when everything else changes. Don't skip, because this next truth explains recent delays. Sometimes before a major answer appears, hidden hesitation must fully break. Someone near this story has been confronting private fears. Fear of choosing wrongly, fear of moving too soon, fear of opening their heart completely. Yet even those fears are beginning to lose strength because what they feel has become more difficult to deny than before. This is why small signs have appeared unexpectedly. A memory. A sudden thought. A feeling that something unfinished still remains alive. These things do not rise without reason. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is also something they have not admitted openly. They have imagined conversations that have not happened yet. They have replayed possible words in their mind, wondering how honesty would sound if they finally allowed it to speak without fear. But timing still matters. Because not every important word arrives the moment it is first felt. Some words must mature until they carry truth without confusion. That is why silence has lasted longer than expected. Silence is not always emptiness. Sometimes silence is where courage is being formed. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation: while they have been searching for the right moment, unseen circumstances are aligning in ways neither of you fully understand yet. A conversation, a meeting, a message, or a sudden opening may appear ordinary at first, but it will hold more meaning than it first appears. Do not ignore simple moments. Sometimes what changes everything begins without dramatic signs. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the heart that is becoming ready is also learning that commitment is not built by emotion alone, it requires truth, steadiness, and peace that remains even when excitement fades. And you must remember this carefully: what is truly meant for your life will not require confusion to survive. It will carry calm even when the moment feels powerful. Someone is beginning to understand that what they once delayed may now require honesty. They are noticing that temporary things no longer satisfy them the way they once did. Their priorities are changing quietly. Their attention is shifting toward what can last, not what only feels intense for a moment. This is why the title of this moment matters so deeply. Someone may be ready for marriage, but before any human plan becomes clear, heaven still wants your heart steady, your thoughts clear, and your spirit attentive. Because readiness is not only about them, it is also about you recognizing the right moment without rushing ahead of wisdom. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what comes next may reveal why certain answers were delayed until now, and why silence had to remain until both hearts could understand what truly matters. What is about to be understood now is something many people miss when they focus only on visible signs. The strongest changes often begin when nothing outward seems dramatic, yet inwardly everything has already shifted. Right now, a hidden decision is becoming stronger in someone's heart, and they are closer than before to no longer resisting what they truly feel. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They have reached a point where ordinary distractions no longer silence deeper thoughts. Even in simple moments, your presence returns unexpectedly to their mind. A memory they thought had faded suddenly becomes clear again. A sentence once forgotten now carries new meaning. A feeling they tried to postpone keeps returning with unusual strength. This is not random. Sometimes the heart recognizes importance before the mind fully explains it. And while they are trying to understand why this weight has become so strong, another truth is forming. They are beginning to realize that serious promises cannot be built on uncertainty forever. At some point, hesitation becomes heavier than honesty. That is why recent silence should not be misunderstood. Silence has often been the place where courage grows quietly. There are private questions they have been asking themselves. What truly matters now? What kind of future do I want? Why does this thought remain even after time has passed? These questions have not left them easily, because something deeper than ordinary emotion has begun pressing for clarity. Don't skip, because this next part explains why timing has felt unusual. Sometimes before something meaningful arrives, life intentionally slows your expectations so that when the right moment appears, you do not mistake it for something ordinary. Delays often protect understanding. They prevent quick decisions made without depth. You may have wondered why certain things almost happened and then paused, why certain signs appeared and then became quiet again. The answer is simple: not everything unfinished was meant to move quickly. Some things had to become mature before they could stand with peace. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A surprising shift has happened recently. Someone who once spoke lightly about the future has started thinking with unusual seriousness. They are measuring words more carefully. They are imagining consequences more deeply. They are no longer satisfied with shallow certainty. And what surprises them most is that each serious thought keeps leading back to the same place. There may soon be a moment when what they have hidden internally becomes impossible to keep hidden. It may come through a conversation that starts casually but becomes unexpectedly honest. It may come through a message written after long hesitation. It may come through words they did not plan to say but can no longer hold back. When that moment comes, remember this: what matters most is not how dramatic it sounds, but whether peace remains present inside it. Because true direction does not need confusion to prove itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is also something heaven wants you to understand before anything becomes visible, do not let excitement speak louder than wisdom. A serious future must stand on truth, patience, and clarity, not only emotion. Someone may be approaching readiness, but your own heart must remain steady enough to recognize what is genuine. That is why you have been learning patience even when answers felt slow. That is why certain things did not move when you expected. That is why silence remained longer than you thought necessary. Nothing important was wasted in that waiting. Because even now, unseen alignment continues. A once-in-a-lifetime revelation is this: while you thought little was changing, important thoughts were already being formed beyond your sight, and soon what looked delayed may suddenly make complete sense. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next moment may not arrive loudly, but when it does, it will explain why this season had to unfold quietly before truth could finally stand clearly. The final part carries the truth that explains why everything has felt quiet, delayed, and yet strangely significant at the same time. There are seasons when life appears ordinary, but behind that ordinary surface, important conclusions are being reached in silence. This is one of those moments, and what has been forming quietly is now closer than ever to becoming visible. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Someone has arrived at a place where they can no longer pretend that certain thoughts do not matter. What began as reflection has become conviction. What once felt uncertain now feels difficult to ignore. They have tried to understand whether this is only emotion, only timing, or something deeper. And every honest moment keeps bringing them to the same answer: some things cannot remain unfinished forever. This is why certain memories have returned unexpectedly. This is why moments you thought were small have become meaningful again in someone's mind. Sometimes what seems ordinary in one season becomes deeply important in another when the heart finally understands what it once overlooked. And there is another truth: they are beginning to see commitment differently than before. The future no longer feels like a distant idea to them. It has become personal, serious, and unexpectedly close in thought. Don't skip, because this next truth matters deeply. Before visible answers come, hidden certainty often arrives first. Long before words are spoken, decisions begin quietly inside the heart. That quiet decision may already be stronger than you realize. You may still see silence, but silence is no longer emptiness now. Silence has become the final space before honesty. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A moment is approaching when what has been carefully held back may begin to appear naturally. It may not arrive with dramatic signs. It may begin through one calm conversation, one unexpected message, one sentence that sounds simple but carries unusual depth. And in that moment, you may realize that what looked delayed was actually being prepared with unusual care. There is a reason you were not given quick answers earlier. Quick answers often satisfy emotion but fail to build peace. What lasts must arrive with clarity. That is why patience became part of this story. That is why not every sign became immediate. That is why some chapters remained unfinished until now. Because important things must stand on more than excitement. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Someone's heart may be ready to move towards serious commitment, but this message has always been about more than their readiness. It is also about your ability to recognize what carries peace, steadiness, and truth when it finally appears. Do not mistake urgency for depth. Do not mistake beautiful words for lasting direction. What belongs in your future will carry calm even when the moment feels powerful. And here is the surprising revelation that completes everything. While you thought you were waiting for an answer, your own heart was also being prepared to receive only what matches peace. That means every delay had purpose. Every silence had meaning. Every unanswered moment was shaping discernment inside you. Now what seemed hidden may soon become clear in a way that explains everything behind this season. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because when the next step finally appears, you may understand that nothing important was late. Everything was arriving at the exact moment when truth, readiness, and peace could finally stand together.